Crack, eh?
Yeah.
Rob Wilks, Josh Smith, welcome to the More Than Cricket podcast.
Thank you. It's a great beer.
Yeah.
It is.
So I actually don't know too much about you boys, other than you've come over to play a season of cricket.
Yeah, I mean, pretty new to everything. What, 4 months now?
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, there we go.
Everything.
How far back do we go?
It's far. So you boys, did you guys grow up together?
No.
Kind of. Not
We-
really.
We played cricket together for a bit when we were 15, 16.
Probably, yeah.
I just started playing cricket and you've been playing for a while. And then 2 years ago we started like mingling more and started getting on a bit better. And then started playing more cricket together and then we started being like, oh, should we go abroad and play a bit of cricket? And then we're here now.
Yeah. It's weird,
Yeah.
if you think about it. Funny story of how like we first
Oh yeah.
properly got to know each other. So like, we have a beer festival back in England at our club, and basically go out the night before, probably like hanging on the Sunday. We like just didn't really know each other very well, like Mackies, and then this just went on a nice drive,
Yeah.
and then fucking just funny,
Funny drive and
and now we're here.
ever since just kept doing it. Kept going to Nando's, kept having a good, I don't know, a few beers on Saturday. It was,
Exactly.
yeah, good mates,
Yeah,
I think.
hopefully.
Yeah. We'll see after this.
Fuck. So did you say you only started playing cricket when you were 15?
Yeah, I joined halfway through the season, and then my first proper season was when I was 16, and then started playing senior, and then I started getting like, oh, I'm quite good at this. And then when I was when I was turned 17, I got fairly, like, I realised I was quite good, and then sort of kept getting better and better, I guess. And now I'm 19 and I'm fairly old.
Fuck, so you've only really played 4 years of
Yeah.
cricket. So
It's mad.
what gets someone into cricket at 15? Like, I'm like, that's the
Wow.
point where boys are like, cricket's the last thing we fucking do.
It's quite, because our schools don't really play cricket much at home. They sort of, you choose whether you play like football, rugby, like hockey or whatever. And I remember I went and played a game for school, and I was like, oh, this is quite fun, and I'll go to like an after school training or whatever and give it a go. And one of the PE teachers was like, oh, you should, he actually was at the club, who at Chippenham where we were playing, and he said, come on for training sessions, give it a go. And ever since I wouldn't say I've fallen in love with it, but I think I've enjoyed it more than most sports. And yeah, I've just always like wanted to play it and stuff. So.
Sure. And Smudge?
Well, I started when I was about 10, and then just in the back garden, and then I've been at the same club my whole life, like Chippenham, just growing up through like 11s, 13s, 15s, and started playing seniors when I was about 14, and then yeah, just 6 years senior cricket,
Yeah.
and then now I'm here.
That seems so like foreign to me. Like
Yeah.
you starting at 15, you at 10, and you saying that cricket wasn't really a thing in your school. I'm like,
Yeah,
this goes against everything I fucking know about
Yeah.
English cricket. Like, you think of someone English, you're like, they fucking love cricket.
yeah,
They play from they're about 2 years old till they're about 60.
yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
But is that not in reality the case, or?
Some places it is. It's
Yeah.
more like private school. So like my school was football, rugby, and then softball. It's like it's the most random thing.
Like softball ahead of cricket?
Yeah, we didn't have a cricket team,
No.
so that was like pretty rubbish. And then, so yeah,
Yeah.
just
I
you
think-
have to go like outside of school to play.
Yeah. But if you wanted to play for a team, it would always be like you could go play for a team, but then you wouldn't really play like for school, or like it was pretty rare for you to be playing for like a school team at all, really.
Right. That's interesting because I was talking to Brucey the other day, because obviously in Christchurch because I grew up in Blenheim, and there you play club cricket from when you're 5 till indefinitely, and then you play for like your high school, your primary school team like occasionally, but that would be like during the school week against another team, you might travel for it. But Brucey was basically saying that here you play club cricket for a few years, and then you get to maybe like year 6 or 7, and then you're playing for your schools and have no affiliation with a club. And then once you finish school at 18, then you have to go find another club. and I was saying to him that sounds a bit counterintuitive in like terms of getting numbers into club cricket, like
Yeah.
especially like even guys getting like scouted from school. Like I know Groks does it a lot, like trying to find players and recruit them, and
Yeah.
but you guys are saying that you had no cricket in school.
Yeah.
So that's like, do you think no cricket in school made it harder for guys to get into cricket?
Definitely, yeah, I think because it's like it kind of works the opposite. So, like, like schools recruit people from clubs, so they like give scholarships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, if you play for a private school, you're pretty good at cricket, basically.
And it was always, you'd always play for a county before you played for, like if you're younger, say like 10 whatever, you always play for like a county before you played for like school or a club. So you'd get like put through the system, and then you'd probably, like I said, get like a scholarship,
Yeah.
and then if you do well, you probably end up getting like a contract and stuff. You get like for like counties like Surrey and stuff. That's like if you're really good, like Ollie Pope and Zach Crawley and that sort of level.
Yeah.
But if you're sort of, I don't know, like our sort of level where you're
Yeah.
like you're not great, well you're pretty good, but like you're not like a fucking pro. You know what I mean? Like you're playing for like minor counties and like first teams at club level.
Yeah.
So you're not like getting scholarships and shit. You're just playing for your own means.
Yeah. So it's tough for like if you have like a kid that's not like no one in the family's involved in cricket, then they probably won't get him like ever play it. Really, it's just one of them.
Yeah.
It's very different to here.
Yeah. It's interesting that it seems more reserved for the private
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of, I think there's a lot of like stuff with like the major counties about trying to get more state schools, like public schools, to like more cricket like into the counties, because there's so much like it's all about wealth and like who your like parents are. Like if your dad played cricket before, they'd play cricket for like that county and stuff. So they're trying to make it more open for people. So obviously it's quite a hard sport to get into because it's all the kit and it's a lot of money and it's just a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, I wouldn't have even thought that. I just think of England sort of like India, like
Yeah.
you know, like kids on
Yeah,
the street
definitely.
playing cricket, just live and breathe it.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
quite like that.
No.
Definitely not.
Probably more football than it is
Yeah.
cricket, I reckon. I mean, football's probably like bigger than, probably the biggest sport like in probably the world, I reckon. Like, rugby's obviously second, but like you'd always play football when you were a kid, when you were at like school, and you'd always play for a club when you were younger. And then I found you'd always end up playing like at school. You'd always end up playing football, and like the footballers play like rugby or I don't know. So that sort of like I don't know, that sort of like athlete when you're in school just plays all the sports.
So, whereabouts in England are you guys actually from?
Chippenham, so it's
So the town's called Chippenham.
yeah, so it's a
Yeah.
little town. Well, it's
No
quite a
one
big
knows
town
where it
actually.
is.
No, it's about a 15-minute drive from Bath, which is probably like a
50-minute drive from Bristol.
15-minute drive from Bristol.
My geography's no
Yeah.
good. So,
it's-
where are we talking? And from London,
It's
which
like-
direction are we going and how
We're
far?
talking west about an hour and a half.
Ah, yeah.
Other side of England from where London is,
Yeah, like-
basically.
Yes.
Yeah, we try to tell people like Chippenham, not a clue, and then Bath. Like some people know where Bath is,
I've heard of Bath.
and then Bristol. Like most people know where that is, but then everyone's like, "Oh, you near London?" Yeah,
No.
it's tough, really.
What's the population of Chippenham?
40,000,
It's
60,000.
Ah, yeah.
It's quite large actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the same size as my hometown.
Yeah.
Not much to do there though.
No.
Apart from play cricket, really.
If that.
Yeah.
So who's you boys footballers, football fans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's your team?
I support Tottenham.
Yeah.
Bit controversial.
I'm a Villa fan.
So how does that work?
So
How are we on different sides here?
when I was younger, I used to play with it was my mum's boss, I think, and he was a Tottenham fan. And his son was around my age, and he always had like loads of Tottenham shirts, and I'd always end up getting given one. So I ended up making the decision, I'll support Tottenham and just go on. And then ever since, I've always just watched their games, follow them, and just Yeah, might as well support Tottenham then.
And is Villa the local?
Not really. I mean, it's like it's an hour and a half from us, but it's still the closest team.
Right.
Well, the closest half decent team. So yeah, I was like, I've been to watch a few games. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, how's the atmosphere of those games?
Yeah, it's pretty good to be fair. I mean, like you get some like brutal people that just don't really care what they say. And
Hooligans.
stuff. Yeah, hooligans.
Yeah, like is hooligans like
yeah,
an
hooligans.
actual thing you see like
Yeah,
all
like
the time?
genuine,
There's,
like
yeah.
scraps on the streets and stuff like that, and it's just
It's so wild.
Yeah, there's a good film called Green Street about like football
Yeah,
hooligans and
great movie.
it's quite like it's very similar to that where you have gangs of just footballers just waiting for people at train stations and trying to
they just,
beat up the opposition's like fans and stuff.
They don't even turn up for the football; they just turn up for a score.
Yeah, it's quite funny, but
Yeah, it's good to watch.
yeah, it's good to watch. Good to you.
So would you say like England as a whole is like, what do you notice like difference like culturally between there, here, like?
That's a tough one, to be fair. I mean, it feels a lot more chilled out here.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, just do whatever. Like, don't really plan much. Just do whatever you want at any time.
I think everything is just a lot laid back. Like
Yeah.
everyone there, like you go to the pub and everyone's just like drinking and everyone's just like not really. Like you got work the next day, but not really fussed because at the pub with the boys, and then I think there's not really much controversy. Like I don't know, like politics is quite a big thing at home. Everyone's like always about politics, and everyone's like having a go about this, that. But here it's just like fucking
Shout your ass.
you can meet anyone like good day mate, and they're like right mate, and you start having fucking like an hour long conversation about something, and it's like it's quite good.
Yeah, that's a rare occasion in England to do that.
Yeah.
It's like you're in your own groups, no one speaks to anyone else and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure why that is, but
prefer it here, I'd say.
yeah.
Definitely.
That's interesting. And like in terms of like crime and things like that, do you see much in England?
There are some times when you see something like dodgy going on. Like there's been times where like we've been out like and there'll be someone who's like gone a fight, or like sometimes people get stabbed, which is probably the worst thing at the moment, is like people getting stabbed. But you never really see about it, you just hear about it from like your mates or people you know, because it's quite common at the moment, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in the cities. Like Bristol's quite bad for it, like gangs and stuff, which isn't great.
Like that must just like change like the whole going out thing. You're like, fucking, if someone says something to me, I'm just like, no, I'm out. Like it was one of you boys was saying that one of the guys you know stabbed someone or got stabbed recently, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like a bit stupid, really, and you don't mess your life up and stuff. But
I think it's just the culture nowadays.
it is like you have to. It's getting worse. You like have to carry a knife or something.
Yeah.
And like I know, like we probably know people who've been like punched. There was this one kid who died on a night out from Chippenham from like just being punched trying to get Mackies and hitting his head on the floor. And it's
Yeah.
just like, shit. Well, if that was me and stuff, I'd be mad.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But I think we're sort of used to it because like we won't go out to certain places. We won't like. You can normally tell when there's people that are sort of like part of that sort of group that do that sort of thing. So you normally just avoid them or just don't say anything.
Yeah.
So it's like at the point where you're like, fuck, I know everyone's carrying a knife, so if I don't carry a knife, I'm at a disadvantage here.
That's what people like that do carry knives think.
Like,
Like,
we don't carry anything.
No. But like I think there's like majority of people that are out in like a town. There will be like one in like I don't know, like 40, 50 people that carry a knife.
Yeah.
And it's pretty weird to think like you don't know, but like there is someone probably.
Like people are taken to school and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you have to do like bag searches and stuff like that, and you get people like wearing jeans under their school trousers so they can fit like
Yeah, it's pretty
shit
fucking
in their
weird.
pockets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though.
It's quite a culture shock, really.
Yeah.
that's pretty fucked. That's like what I imagine like America's like
Yeah.
like with guns. Like if everyone's got a gun, fuck, I want a gun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, and then I accidentally shoot someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like easier to get a gun than it is alcohol in America.
Yeah.
Which is,
Oh,
I think
messed
it's
up.
crazy.
So how long had you guys been thinking about coming over here for a while, or a sort of spur of the moment?
Well, it was weird. So like start of the English summer, so probably about May. 2023. It was in our heads like we wanted to do it, but like we put it off for ages, didn't sort anything out, and then we had a guy who comes over. He plays up in North Island. He comes over a lot, and he was trying to get us involved in his club. So we both had a spot, and then like one fell through. So like they didn't want a bowler, they wanted a batsman. So like I was still gonna go, and I was like, I don't want to go with like Rob or nah. So like we then got involved. Probably about a month before. Like we left it real late. Like a month before we came out here, we got involved with Crickex, and they literally found East Shirley in like 2 weeks, and then about 2 weeks after that, we booked flights, sorted everything out, and then probably about a month after that, we flew out. So
yeah, it was quite quick.
Yeah, it's mad.
I think the biggest thing was well, we didn't really know if we were going to come or not because obviously like it was so late. But then when we like finally got on the plane, we were thinking, oh
yeah,
shit, we're actually doing this.
Yeah, it didn't feel real for
Yeah.
a month. Months whilst we were here, it was like this is not real. It's mad.
Yeah, it's quite big.
Yeah.
It's quite a big change.
Yeah, especially, are you both 19?
Yeah, I'm 20.
20, 19.
Just on 19.
Yeah, that is a big shift. And how long did it sort of take you guys to feel like settled here?
I still don't really feel settled.
No.
To be honest. I think
Really?
I still think like I'm still so used to obviously just being at home, like just being with like comfort of my family and like always having like knowing what I'm doing and stuff, like working, whatever. But I think coming in has just been like it's only been a good thing to have like a change of like scenery and just change of like living life on my own because like, it's quite a big thing like coming in being
exactly.
completely independent after 18 years just being with your parents. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would love it that.
Especially like with the cricket side as well, like it's mad where it takes you and like coming across like all the way across the world, like you can't go any further than this.
Yeah.
It's like there's a bit of pressure as well to do well, I think. Like come all this way and you have a shit season, it's like oh what's everyone gonna think?
Yeah.
Oh what a waste of money. Stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I think you've almost got to reframe that. Like, I think as a club, we're just grateful to have two guys showing up every week who love the game and love hanging out with the boys. And, like, if you don't perform, you don't perform. Like,
exactly.
there's guys here that don't perform, you know. It's just like, there's no pressure. And I, like, I can make you feel better because I did a season over in the UK and up until the last game of the season, I was averaging 9 with the bat. In the last game of the season, I scored like 50, bumped my average like 10.5 for the season. I'm pretty sure they've never got a fucking overseas player again since. But yeah, but no, it's. I mean, you've come in and played really well. When you first started, you had probably limited opportunities, sort of batting 10 and 9.
That's pretty new to me, but
yeah,
it's still it was all good to be fair. I mean, like they haven't seen me play. I mean, the first net session, I was like dreadful. I mean, like probably the first few net sessions.
Yeah, I was like, fuck this guy, shit.
I remember like I was in like the seamers net first half, and I probably got bowled like twice out of my first 4 balls. And I'm like, God, here we go. What are they thinking of me here? And then, like played Prems, I'm like, you batting 10? I'm like, yeah, not surprised to be honest. And then got an opportunity and took it, so.
Yeah, like, what have you been batting, 5, eh?
Yeah, reached like since Christmas, 5.
Yeah, and batting really well there.
Yeah, it's going alright at the minute.
Yeah.
That's good.
As where you sort of batted most of your time?
Probably, like 3, 4, 5 normally.
Yeah.
But it's not really me coming in at like end of the innings, but I do what I can, to be honest, when you boys are scoring tons every week.
Yeah, it has been.
40 overs a pad rash. I don't mind doing whatever, as long as we...
Yeah, I mean, like 5's a good number, but if guys in the top order are scoring runs, it's...
Exactly, yeah.
You're still not getting much chance.
Yeah, it's like, back home, I don't chat shit too much, but I'm probably, if I was batting 5, I'd be in like under 10 overs.
Yeah,
Yeah. We had a bit of a tough season last year, so...
Yeah.
And what have you have you always been a bowler who bats?
No, I was always a bowler. I think I've always just focused on bowling, and most of the time I was just bat 11. But I think since coming in, obviously like not really been much bowling because injuries and shit. I think my batting's become like quite good. Like from what it was before, what it is now, it's obviously quite. Like Josh saying, it's quite. Like I don't know, like just a bit
better.
Yeah, it's better. That's good. Yeah. But yeah, I think this has been good to like. It's been a different way of like thinking about cricket really, because trying to be like mentally block out like the pressure of having to perform well, and like I think it's been a good like learning curve really. So I feel not really being able to like do much with the ball, and then not being much of a batsman, and then I think averaging like 20 every game is probably like a massive, like I think it's great for what I've been doing. But yeah, I think recently my batting's come on quite well, and bowling is just a bit up and down. But
yeah, it's tough with the injuries. Like you came in, sort of had that back injury, and basically haven't bowled the whole season. But like I was saying to Benny training on Thursday, I'm like, you just look like a batsman to me. Like your technique and everything looks like fucking great. And I think it probably is the case of your own external pressures that you put on yourself, and maybe like a few like mental tweaks.
Yeah.
But like I think like your technique and like your shots are there for sure. Yeah. So I don't think it would take much to turn you into like a genuine bat.
Yeah.
And it's not like skill set you're missing or anything like that.
I think like I know to myself like my biggest flaw is my mindset. I think because I'm such a big like perfectionist, and I need to do this well, I need to do that well, and I put so much pressure on myself to perform. I think people can like tell as well. I get a bit pissed off in that. I do get quite, I do see red quite a fair bit, but I need to sort of just like teach myself to sort of know like I don't need to stress about things. I just need to like keep my head that like just like watch the ball and everything. But yeah, like once like my best times, best games I've played is when I'm like in a good mindset and being positive about things.
Yeah, well, I always joke to the boys, I'm like, fuck, have you boys ever seen Rob smile on the cricket field?
It's rare, very rare. Well, it's not a new thing. I'm quite like that at home. I get a bit quiet.
Everyone knows it too.
Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah. A bit menstrual, but
even I've felt Archie's been a bit that way lately as well. Like,
I think
he fires up a little bit.
English culture, I reckon, it's just like grumpy, I guess.
Oh, he's just like what? Here's a good one. So he got out in a game. Fair play to him, like not chat shit, but he came into the change rooms, and I just heard a massive like bang, and just like him just swearing and everything. I was like, what's going on there? We're in the change room. He's put a massive hole in the side of his bat just like from chucking it around, and I'm just like, this is a game, just calm down.
He does get
and he gets real heated about it, and I'm just like, I can never really be like that, like real heated about things and throwing shit around. Like it's like, just need to chill out, mate.
Yeah, I mean, you've all had their moments, but to do it every week, it's just
Well, I grew up with my brother had like a reputation of just having the maddest fits when he'd get it. Like they called him like Mad Dog and stuff like this. Like just always breaking shit. Or one day like he got out and he just put all his kit in the shower, like turned the shower on and just like sat there watching his kit like in the shower for like an hour or something stupid. So I've seen that, and I've gone the other way. I'm just like, fuck, I'm just gonna just try and enjoy it.
There's definitely levels to it.
Yeah,
we've seen quite a few at home where someone's like punching like the wall and putting like slapping their pads against the wall, just shouting and screaming. And everyone's just outside the change rooms like, fuck, I want to go in there. They just don't want to go in there. Do you?
Just all the boys just on edge, like fuck.
It's funny because like when someone gets out and they're walking back to the change room, you see everyone just leave the change rooms. You're like, right, we all know what's going to happen there.
So in our change rooms at home, we got like, as you walk in, we got some lockers, like little mini lockers. You can't use them anymore because every single one of them has been caved in from like people punching them and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just one of them.
Even like that was something I noticed in like the cultural differences in cricket. There was like how much disrespect you're allowed to give umpires and like make a scene. Like there were guys like who would get at LBW and then just like straight up abuse the umpire,
Yeah.
or like literally turn around like full on like smash the stumps with their bat. I'm like, oh, that guy's not playing the rest of the season. And then like he's there next week. I'm like, did you not get banned? He's like,
Nah.
what for?
I think there are levels in England where like you like. I'm trying to think of things that have happened at home where someone's like been like writing stuff on. Like, we got a whiteboard and I think they write stuff on the whiteboard saying like, "Oh fuck these people!" Like they're all bunch of this, bunch of that, and the team found out and they like sent it to like the committee. Like, it was like, "Oh, we're not having this." We all expected him to get banned for like the rest of the season. And he got like a suspended
ban.
Yeah.
So,
So all he had to do was say sorry and he was fine. And it's like just wow.
You just like insulted him heavily, like behind his back, and just got away with it.
And here it's like you can't really do much to the umpires because you'll just get like told to leave, and which is probably better, to be fair.
Yeah.
It sort of shows good respect and stuff. Which is more what you want really.
Yeah,
Sportsmanship.
Yeah, incredible.
Then I would say I've seen like roguer things happen here than I have in England. Like, firstly the tree,
Oh yeah, that's
and
that was
then
out of it.
like stopping a game, like stopping our game because another game's having a scrap. Like, it's just mad. Like, what is going on?
Yeah,
that was out of it.
the Div 2 cricket is
No, it's not great.
no, like, yeah, I've played plenty of that, and there's just always conflict. Just player umpires is just a fucking terrible.
It's almost like it's bound to happen most games. Like you get a bit of conflict with like a decision, but
To go that far, it's just,
yeah, you've always got to think of it like we know it's going to happen. Just you got to forget about it because you can't really do much about it.
Yeah, I mean, it would suck as a bowler knowing that
Yeah.
you're virtually not going to get out anyone LBW or bowled because he's just
Yeah.
going to stand in front of his sticks.
Yeah.
But like, you're just like, fuck, I just have to accept that I'm going to have to get him
Yeah.
caught somewhere.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I can see how that would fire you up. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, just abusing the umpire, like, he's only going to be more inclined to give the next one not out as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, well,
Yeah.
fuck this guy. Like, I'm definitely not giving you anything now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like the guy who kicked the helmet, your helmet,
Exactly.
like, I can't believe he didn't get banned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a joke. No,
Like
just
normally
gonna
he would
earful.
get banned for that surely.
I
Like
ge-
a
I-
game or two.
I genuinely just think the umpires were intimidated because this guy has face tattoos and
Yeah.
whatnot. You know, like, I think that if that was anyone else,
Yeah.
100% getting banned.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that happen before, ever. And it's like, now we're just going to get an earful on Saturday though, and it's
It's pretty shit for you though. He's got a broken helmet.
Brucey Hamper ready to
Abuse it.
get into him about it.
Yeah, but that's fucking bullshit. Like, if I will personally go to Canterbury Cricket and demand that someone buys you a new helmet
Yeah.
if no one in our club or thing's going to do anything about that. Because that, like, no. I'm just not accepting that.
No,
like,
yeah.
that's not okay. Like,
I mean,
for you to
hopefully-
lose a $300-400 helmet.
Yeah, hopefully I'm getting, well, I don't know what the umpire's called, like, he came in on Saturday and took pictures of, like, my lid and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
So hopefully something's going to happen,
Yeah.
but...
Just got to claim the
you never know, yeah.
got to claim the most expensive helmet.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
want
a
this
little,
one, please.
little free number.
Yeah. Well, as you should, because that's so fucking rogue.
Yeah, helmets are spenny as well.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Nowadays they're fucking ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah, I bought mine last season. I think it was 300,
Yeah.
and it was like an extra $100 to go to like. I think the only difference was like slightly lighter metal or something.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
titanium. So
Yeah.
That's it.
that's
Yeah.
a joke.
yeah, I was like, nah,
Nah,
I'll save that 100.
it's crazy.
What is like sponsorship for you guys? Like, what levels do they go down to with?
Kit wise.
Yeah,
So we both play for like minor counties, so we get all our kits like Grey Nicks and stuff. So we get given it's like 50% or something.
Yeah.
So you get given like you get put on like a email thing and you get like a certain code. You get 50% off everything and like all the kit you want, you get 50% off. So it's quite good. So it's not as good as getting 100% off there.
No, exactly.
But
that's
it was quite big coming there and seeing everyone like talking about how much their kit is and what the kit they can get and the quality of it. Because I think
Yeah.
England's like Willow and stuff like bats is like I think it's like a lot better than what it is there. But I think that's only because of the way it's all given out, you know, to different countries and stuff.
yeah. Like I wouldn't go like there's no sports shops I would go
No.
into and buy a bat off the shelf.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like just no way. Like
Yeah.
you go into a sports shop and there's like $1,000 bat. I'm like,
No.
this looks shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta go to like the big boys and get like grey nicks and stuff.
yeah. And like those first class bats though, like are just
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah. So the one you've got, it's
Yeah.
like prototype, it's just ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
a joke.
Like it looks stupid. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. That, like I literally can't slide it. Like I'm definitely gonna get run out because of it.
Yeah, it just digs into the.
Leo's like, you just need to get low. I'm like, mate, no fucking chance. Like, no. What are some of like the best cricketers you guys have played alongside or against?
Oh, that's a good question.
there we
to
go.
be fair.
Probably. Oh, there's a few. A bowler called Ollie Hurd. You played against him in Somerset under 18s, and he was bowling at like 85 plus on an absolute road, and it was pretty fucking scary.
What's 85? Like
Oh,
one.
140.
40 yards?
Oh yeah.
Like 140k.
Yeah.
Fuck, it was scary. Like, I don't know. I think it's like one or two balls, and like I was so glad it was like one or two balls. Because fuck, it was like you don't even see it because it's so like. Normally it would like sort of stick in the pitch, but because it was like skidding on and like getting up, I was like, if it hits me, it hits me, but I'm not fucking getting back on this because it's so quick. But
Is he playing county cricket?
yeah, he was playing like under 18s for Somerset. I think he was on like their like pathway, so he'd probably get a contract or so. I need to think of their names. You've probably got a few.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know. Jared McKay, he plays for
Oh, Otago.
Otago,
Yeah.
Played against him last year. And then like Jake Lintop, he played in the 100. And a few years ago I played against George Lind. I don't know if he plays in
Oh,
South Africa.
Yeah.
They're probably a few like the big boys I've played against, but
Was that in England?
yeah, they were all in England, so it's like you just see like how good of players they are. It's like Jake Lintop especially, like he's like obviously a leggy and it's just out of league. Like you face a club leggy and it's like, oh, you can play him or bowl a bad ball, and then like Lintop will just bowl 6 on the dot and it's with like a googly in there and it's just what we're meant to do here.
It's gravy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Did you see much of what's the South African league he's playing at the moment? The big boy. Did you see him bowling? That just looked like a clubby, eh?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's not the A team, isn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause it's fucking,
Yeah.
like New Zealand are fucking thrashing them, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I think they.
Well, not the least recent one.
Well, yeah, they were 2 down when I think they did 180 just
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's not great. Like, there's some good players in there. Like, obviously, Bettingham looked
Yeah.
fucking good, but
It's hard with like those sort of teams because, like, you got New Zealand who've got like fucking like people who've played for like 10, 15 years who are fucking unreal, and then you got like some people who've been played like domestic cricket, and like they're sort of like new to everything, and they get fucking pumped around the place, and they're just thinking, oh shit, what do I do there?
Yeah.
But it's pretty unfair because like all the other players are playing in that South African T20, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're all getting paid so much money. And it's just like.
Or would you rather do that or play for your country?
Yeah.
So,
well, I feel like the ICC needed to step in and
yeah,
because I mean, it just takes away from like the quality of Test cricket.
exactly.
It's like, what are we doing here? Are you playing your T20 comp or are we playing Test
Yeah.
cricket?
Yeah.
Like,
And it's all for the World Test Championship as well.
yeah,
So it's like, what's the
It
point of
means
really doing
something
it?
as well. Like the captain, the South African captain was like skipper on debut. Like, when does that happen?
Yeah.
yeah, never. And I like that's a problem I've got. Like, I know that Australia have done it a couple of times. Like, they've had like a T20 team and a Test team, and like playing in different parts of the world, like a day after the other. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't have a 2020 team. Like, to me, like, international cricket is the best of the best. Like, if you're not putting out your best team,
Yeah.
it's not fucking international cricket.
Right.
And you shouldn't be allowed 2 teams playing
Yeah.
at the same time.
I think it's pretty tough with like all the like smaller teams like I don't know, Afghanistan and stuff. They're obviously like their best players are probably like they aren't like obviously the best like compared to like Australia and like England and stuff.
Yeah.
But like they're still fucking good cricketers. it's just like a different level that Australia and stuff are on, because all the players they have and all the, like, the money they got from all the fucking like ads and deals they have. It's not really fair, I think.
No, well, even in that like most recent series, like for Afghanistan, like Rashid Khan's not
Yeah.
playing, and it's like,
He's their main guy.
Yeah.
So without him, they don't really stand. Well, they do, but
but yeah, it's just
he
not,
makes an impact.
yeah, it'd be silly to say he doesn't.
Yeah.
So do you boys both have like desires of playing county cricket?
Yeah, I'd say like for me it'd be tough to go higher than like major counties because I haven't really been involved. Like I play like minor counties first team, hopefully, so like Wiltshire and stuff. But then it'd be tough for me to go to like Glos or a major county because I haven't really been involved as a kid. But it'd be easier for him because he got involved last year.
I think it's pretty tough though, because it's such a big like. They always like have private school kids again. Like it's all about like having money and stuff. And I think it's hard when you're like on 18 to get into the teams because there's so many like good cricketers and like, especially like Glos is such a big county. There's so many like good players and stuff. But I think because I've been involved, I've got like my name's out there. Like they sort of know who's this guy and stuff. Because I think the like Wiltshire's lead like is like a pathway into Glos for like younger players.
Yeah.
So we have like Glos coaches and stuff come down to our trainings in winter, and it's probably a good way to get around, like get our names known and stuff. But it will be like tougher now that we're not in like juniors.
So that's the thing I fucking hate about cricket and selection. Like it sounds like what you're saying is basically like if you didn't grow up in the system, you're fucked.
Yeah.
No matter how good a cricketer you are.
Basically, yeah.
And that's how it feels here. Like they say that club cricket counts for nothing.
Yeah.
So like you see guys like fucking Tyler Lawton, Dan Stanley, just like consistently fucking pumping out runs, and I'm like, how are they not getting a run for Canterbury ahead of guys like the bloke who came from Australia, Dylan Hunter.
Oh,
So he came from Australia with supposedly a reputation, hadn't scored club runs, and then ends up playing for Canterbury. And nothing against the guy, like, if that was me, I'm taking that opportunity. But it's like guys need to earn their spots on these teams. Like, why is a Lawton or a Stanley not getting that opportunity before this guy?
Yeah.
And it just...
Yeah, it's
it's
pretty
fucked.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. I think like how I can relate is because obviously I only played when I was 16, and then I got into the county stuff last year, and everyone was like, "How have you done this?" Because I haven't played since I was a kid, and like I was so new to everything. They're like, "How have you done this?" Because it's really rare. And I think it's all about who your name is, who your like dad is, how much money you have. Like, if you haven't been playing since you're a kid, or if your dad isn't like ex-professional, then you're not going to get a sniff. It's just pointless.
I fucking hate that, and that's something like I really want to change. Like, because to me that is like, it's kind of like employment law, right? Like it's you're being, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're being, absolute minus. Someone help me out here. Like.
Oh no, lost it.
Anyway, like you're having that help. Like selection in cricket's fucking easy. It's like weight of runs, weight of wickets. Like who's performing well. It's the easiest sport in the world to select for.
You do all the stats.
Yeah, you could literally look at a spreadsheet and go, right, we're going to pick these top 5 run scorers and these and like you're going to have a pretty good team. Like sure, some of the blokes might not be able to do it, but if you base your selection policy just off stats, it's not going to be a bad team.
No, exactly, yeah.
The biggest game for stats, I think, cricket is like
100%.
All it is just numbers.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I fucking fizz stats.
You have to be a proper nerd to be playing cricket because
you got to get involved.
You got to know shit.
And the old stat websites, go deep into it.
Well, that's why I hate Play HQ. It's rubbish for that. It's so shit.
You were saying they had one before, didn't they?
We were using Cricket HQ, which was I think it was a New Zealand one developed by, I think McCallum was a co-owner, and that was really good.
Yeah.
And it's still up and running, but New Zealand Cricket decided to change to play HQ.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably to save a few dollars.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's not great because I was at home. We have all our own like stats as like a profile and stuff, so we can see all of our stats in one place. Whereas here it's like you've got to get another fucking app and like look for your name and stuff. And our name's not even on it. We're like dots.
Yeah, we're dot. Yeah.
You can't even find our names.
So it's like good thing about back home is you can. It's like not in teams. It's in like players. You can see like all the runs you score for like different teams as well.
Yeah. So you're on a scorecard. You
It's
can
real
just
good
click
setup,
on them. And you get all their like stats from like past seasons.
And that's how it should be. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you like if I wanted to find out who's like the top run scorer and wicket taker for East Shirley, like in this year or over all time. I wouldn't even know how to go about finding that.
No, yeah.
It's probably good for selection as well. Like obviously, like whoever the selection for like, I think it's Groves' selection, isn't it? Like seeing who gets runs and stuff in like the second team is probably better for like just guessing who could be better in the first team. If you know what I mean, if someone goes up.
Yeah, I think that's the problem we've had is like not having like guys scoring those weighter runs to earn their spot on prems. Like obviously Mano's been doing it, but outside of that, like that's always been we've always struggled for batsmen at the club. And there's guys who could do it, but they just need to put those performances on the board. And I'm just big into like earn your spot. Like I came to the club like, and he's like, "Where do you want to play?" I'm like, "Wherever." So I just played twos, and I was like, "I'm happy to play twos." Like, if I score runs and deserve playing prems, fine. But if I don't, then I'm happy playing my level. You know. So I think it's important that guys earn their spots. But
I think I feel like if I got put into a team where I feel like I haven't really earned it, I feel just like guilty because
it shouldn't be there.
Yeah, like someone else should be here, not like someone me specifically.
Yeah. And that must be weird for like I don't know if South Africa still have like the quota system, but imagine like playing like Test match cricket and being like, fuck, I'm only in this team because I'm black. I'm only in this team to like I know I might not be the right guy for the spot, but because of my race, like that would be so like it'd be great to play for your country, but it'd also be like quite taxing, I think, to knowing that maybe you're not the right guy for the.
No. I think that's one thing that's like quite like if you're playing international cricket and I think Ollie Pope said it in the like interview or something. He's like when he first started playing England, he felt like he shouldn't have been there. And he almost felt like he was happy to be dropped because, like, playing for England, like, your like international team is a fucking big thing. Yeah. And if you don't feel like you should be there, then you're probably not going to like do well. So I feel like if you feel like you've earned it, then you're gonna like you're almost better off like score like that's how you're gonna score runs or take wickets and stuff. But that's the same for like club. Like if you don't feel like you've earned it, then it's not really gonna like you're not really do well.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Like I felt like I earned my prem spot and didn't get the chance when I thought I should have, and I mentioned that to Groaks and he sort of understood. And then I was sort of like batting like 7 and I sort of said to Groaks like I think I'd rather just play 2s and like bat 3 or 4 like and have an opportunity to bat and score runs. And then him and Hamper came back to me and they go, fuck, what if you have a crack opening the batting, like something I'd never done. But they were like, let's give it a go. And it was so like freeing because I was like, I've never done it, so I have no expectations on myself. They don't have any expectations for me to succeed. And it was just like, I'm just going to guard and bat. And
exactly.
It's just freeing. And it sort of worked out. And
all that pressure's gone really once you like get given something that I feel like not having much idea of what to do in that situation is like a good way of going about it. Yeah. Because you almost feel like, well, I don't know what I should be really doing there, so I'll just play my own game.
I think that's so important is just guys understanding their own game. Like, no two cricketers are the same, and like everyone's got different strengths and weaknesses. I think it's really important just to understand what your strengths are, but also what your limitations are, and playing within that.
Yeah, like you can be like the worst player ever, really, and then like know what you can do, and then just only do that, and you actually like do well.
It's like as a cook, like, he had like 3 shots.
He had like a cut shot, a cut drive.
He scored like the most runs for England. So
exactly, just like really just simplifying things. And that's what I did for years. I was like, fuck, I've literally only got a cut shot and a cover drive. I can't hit straight. I can't play off my legs. But like, if I just stick to that, especially in lower levels of cricket, like I'm going to get plenty of balls to cut and cover drive, and then I'll just block the shit out of everything else. I think that's something that like we could probably do more as a club, is identifying guys' strengths and limitations and just talking about.
I think like a good like if you like have like a chat with captain, like I think this is probably best for me because like it might not be the best like strike rate player, if you know what I mean. Like someone who can score runs like quickly is probably better off the lower end than someone who's just slower, just better off the top end. If like say 2 layers, like that's what you need, is someone who can just stick there. And like I think trusting like your other players to do what they need to do, and just knowing that we're gonna have a good innings there because everyone knows what they're meant to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's hugely important. I think that's why like me and Brucey went well on Saturday, because like we're different players. Like he's just so good at like milking that single down the ground, and that's just not a shot I have. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't hit a single, but I'll make up for it in power hitting. And like I think we just kept communicating that to each other. It's just like, you keep doing your thing, I'll do mine. But yeah, I think guys maybe go outside of their game plan, and maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I
think Bruce said something to me. It was like, if you're comfortable with your partner, you're going to score runs. Because if you don't feel comfortable with their like running or their calls, then you're not going to be able to score runs because you're not comfortable.
Yeah. And
that's all it is being comfortable, like when you're in the moment, like not having to stress about things.
Yeah, and you can't compare yourself really to anyone else. Like, play your own game. Like, if someone at the other end's like smoking it and you just can't hear it for your life, then if you like try smoke it, then you probably get out. So you just got to work.
Yeah. That was actually one of the things when I was batting with Leo the other week. I think we were 2 down quite early, and the off spinner came on, and I go to Leo. I'm like, fuck, what do I do here, mate? I'm like, we've just lost 2 wickets. Like, if I get out caught on the fence, like, I'm gonna look like a real fuckwit. And he goes, you have to play your game. If you get something to whack it. If you get out, like, we just have to accept that. He's like, but you know your game. It doesn't matter if we're 2 down, none down, 5 down. You've got to keep playing your game.
Yeah.
And I was like, sweet. Like, and like the difference between him saying that and giving me that reassurance of, just keep playing your game.
Exactly.
Hugely different. Because if he goes, oh yeah, maybe you should rein it in, all of a sudden then I'm playing defensive shots, and I probably fucking just nick off to one anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just, like things like that is just hugely important.
So many like little things that like can add to like a big change. You know what I mean? Like you could get out for doing something like little, even though you've been like batting well. You know what I mean? And like it's just like you can be thinking something else in your head. It's like one ball, and you can get out. So there's little things that like have a big impact and stuff.
Like having that level head to bat of, like at Sydney when I batted with Leo, I don't think I've ever been more relaxed whilst batting, and it's just like, and then once you're relaxed, things just like go well, and it's just like even batting with Hampo and stuff, you just like chilled out. I mean, sometimes when you like go have a chat in the middle, you don't even talk about cricket, you just chat some shit.
Hampo's quality. I was saying to Joe the other day, it's like you go out to open the batting with Hampo and he's just on sort of, I'm fucking hard, man. I'm fucking horny for this. I can't wait. And like any sort of nerves are just gone. And you just
He's an animal.
Yeah, he is. He is a madman.
Yeah.
Fuck, you should have seen him charging off the fence on Saturday.
It's unreal. Never seen a bloke have so much energy.
So good.
Bloke love cricket so much.
Mate,
Yeah.
I respect it very much.
How was betting with Leo that game? Obviously he's got 100 and you scored 50 and...
I mean, it's quite like, I felt pretty good myself, to be fair, but it's just like, just feeling comfortable with someone so like chilled out at the other end. Like you can be serious, but at the same time like chilled, and it's just, I just need to do this. If it doesn't come off, it doesn't come off. I mean, just like laying into your head that you still got time to bat. It's just, it makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, you boys were both fucking hitting it clean that day, but just like the ease of which he was like playing those slog sweeps and like to balls that I didn't think were there to slog sweep.
The most ridiculous innings I've ever seen. So like to do that like with the, because I mean, what was it, like 10 overs left, we needed like 10s or something, and he was still leaving the ball, like just still waiting for the bad one. It's just, to him, a bad ball is like a good ball to any normal player. It's like, fuck, stood at the other end watching him do that. Oh, shit, how do you do that? Wish I could do it, but that's unreal.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Yeah, how long do you reckon we've been going for?
I don't know.
Quite long.
Not too bad.
I can't see. Yeah. Anything else that springs to mind for you boys? You want to chat about?
Not really.
I don't know. Fucking social this club's fucking great, isn't it?
Yeah.
The what?
Social.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's great.
I love it.
I think it's probably like
Yeah.
some of the best like time, like nights out and stuff we've had after cricket. It's been good.
Who's the loosest on a night out?
Fucking
It's gotta be
Macca.
Macca.
He's fucking.
It's
He's
ridiculous.
rogue.
Yeah.
Like, what? He just disappears and just like goes on his own tangent, just doing so. And we're just like, "Where's Macca?" It's like, oh, I don't know.
Just this random stuff. And It's
Yeah.
just funny. Brucey is quite rogue as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, so I thought Brucey would be up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brucey's
rogue.
good. Like that night Macca's talking about how he like shits the bed and stuff. It's just like, fucking hell. Where do these stories come from? You know, it's a joke.
He just had them lined up back to back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
just
oh, that's another one. So
Yeah.
nah, he's a good bloke. I don't think there is any bad blokes in the club. To be fair,
No, and the culture has shifted a lot
Yeah,
this
I
year.
heard that, yeah.
Yeah,
For the better.
yeah.
It's like,
that's good though. I think it's like the good thing is to have a beer after the game, and like not to like being able to talk to people. Like everyone's there. No one just like people obviously leave like if you've got reasons and stuff, but like if you're there having a beer, you can talk to them about other things and
Yeah,
like
exactly.
sort of get to know them better. And it's just like I think it's just a good way to play because you're all sort of mates at the end of the day, aren't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
When you get all the boys that like don't normally come out, and it's just
What do you want? Like Lander?
well, you're out on
What
Saturday,
do you
which
want?
is good.
Yeah, not out.
No, I won't go out, but we'll do something.
Well,
On
like
the
in-
bears, on
I tell you what, if we both teams won we can get through the semi-final, win the
Yeah.
final. That'll be a
That'll
big
be
night.
huge,
Like
yeah.
the other nights I reserve for myself,
Oh,
Yeah.
and then I'm on.
here we go. Was it initiations you were last out?
Man,
Yeah,
It was, wasn't it?
yeah,
like,
probably.
you were at Macca's Saturday, weren't you?
Yeah, it was pretty
Well,
cool.
no, but like initiations was like
That was
we
a
were all
big
we were all
night,
on
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
That was fucking funny.
Especially for us, that was my first proper initiations, and it
Oh
was
god.
rough.
Yeah, I'm not looking at wasabi the same, man. Wasabi's not great.
You had some on the way here, and it was just
Oh yeah, had some sushi and I just had some wasabi on. You felt sick. I was
God.
get away from me.
no, final celebrations are definitely a next level kind of thing.
Where's
I think last final we won. Like, you guys met Chris Barron?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think like that ended like us shaving his head. And, like I was at his head with like a hacksaw. Accidentally like took a chunk out of his head.
That's good crap. Fucking Brucey's put his hair on the line, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he has. I've heard
Oh,
that.
has he?
If you don't get a ton, then he's
Oh.
shaving his head.
If he doesn't score a ton
Yeah.
before the end of the season.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Who's gonna be the lucky man to do that?
I think, I don't know.
That end of season trip's gonna be good as well.
Yeah,
We're not gonna go on it,
I'm
but
so annoyed that I'm missing out.
it sounds like it'd be.
Oh, are
great
you,
fun.
are you guys gone? But
Yeah, we're going after the last game.
Yeah, and then I think like 5 days after we leave, they go on.
Oh fuck. So how long after the last game are you boys off?
It's a Tuesday. I
Yeah.
think. Last game's on the Saturday, and then the Tuesday after we go.
What date's that?
20.
26th, then.
Oh shit.
26th.
And the last game's the 23rd. So,
Yeah.
And then are you back home and straight into a new season?
yeah, so we have 1 week off, and then back into it. We'll probably be straight into training.
Yeah, we'll have our little training and like I think pre-season starts that week as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully just straight back into it.
I think that's the thing that guys don't realise when they go overseas
Yeah.
is like the cricket fatigue.
Yeah.
And I think in the third season back to back, it'll start
Yeah.
to catch up with you boys.
I think
It's
it's
a lot.
yeah. I think we just need to sort of like almost reset, have a week off, just let everyone chill out and then
Yeah.
just go back into it. But I think the good thing is being able to like just go straight from playing again because I think
Yeah.
the biggest thing is being like having an off season and then having to start up again.
Yeah.
And by the time you got back into it, it's like the end of the
Stuff to
season,
kick off with.
and it's
Yeah.
like great.
Yeah.
But that'd be good.
Yeah, like it's hit February. I'm like, oh, I finally remembered how to bat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's nearly the end of the season.
2 weeks left.
Yeah. How did you boys find like having a break mid-season? Like obviously with
Well,
Christmas.
It's pretty weird. Like, I mean, like if you think about it, it went pretty slow. So
Yeah.
what do I do on a Saturday?
Yeah.
I got nothing to do, and yeah, never really experienced that.
No, I think it was.
But, was nice.
It makes the season a bit longer though, which I find a bit weird. Because like, couldn't you ever break it after the season? But then I don't know. It's obviously Christmas and stuff, so you can't really like do anything about it. But it's like obviously a different way of going about it. Like having a break and like, do I switch off or do I keep like training? Or do I keep like, you know, keeping fit and stuff? But I think it's a good like way of like going about it. Like, do I keep? Who's the more, you know, who wants to train more? Who doesn't? Who wants to have a break? But it's different.
Yeah, it's tough that break.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Great.
Anything else?
No, I'm thinking.
No.
Have to come on next time and have another chat.
Yeah. I mean, you've
Part
always
two.
seemed
A little part 2.
yeah. You've always seemed real comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it's just a chat, right?
Yeah. I know.
Exactly.
Like, as soon as you forget there's a camera.
Yeah.
I don't actually forget it's
It's
camera.
not even there.
No,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
Josh was a bit nervous. So.
No, I was a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think everyone is until you've sat
Yeah.
down and chatted for a couple
Yeah,
minutes. And
yeah.
it's just
I think the hardest thing is like not trying to waffle too much.
Yeah,
Like
No,
you waffle a
it's-
bit much and then like say
definitely
something
think-
stupid like what
definitely
was
think we've
that?
done,
it's fucking. I love it. Like Good Day was great because like I didn't have to do much talking.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just want guys to lead it
To listen,
themselves.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
which
Nah,
is
great.
yeah.
I rate it though.
No, beautiful.
It's probably a good thing against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I just wanted to do it just to get better at communication. I like how I could not like I've been watching them back just
Yeah.
to try and learn and get better. But I watched Brucey's one the other day and I was like, this is fucking punishing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of Brucey, it was just me. Like
yeah.
just always using like filler words or like running out of conversation. It was just
Yeah.
like I can't even fucking watch
No.
this. Like that's the first one that I was like,
Yeah.
that's not good.
I think you get used to it. Like you'll come with like things with other people, like people that do like Jed's like a good person to talk to because he's obviously like you're into fitness and stuff, so he's
Lots
to
of
talk to you
chat
about
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like doing a good job, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sweet.